She crossed the street where his shadow fell, picked it up, gave it to him. An ageless face on a nameless man who was simply walking between the ground and the open sky. She asked where he was from. In a breath he told her all he knew. In the next he was gone, far away from any place called home. Far away from any place called home. Far away from any place called home. Far away, far away, far away. Now in the twilight hour, in her quiet room, in her mind, she spoke to him. He could hear her voice on the ocean road, like the sea was whispering. His body moved like a restless breeze passing through an empty space. He went to sleep on a city beach with the moonlight on his face, far away from any place called home. Far away from any place called home. Far away from home.
And Shah Abbas came from the throne and walked across the field and came up to the little soldier, and he said, "Soldier, do you know who I am?" "Ah, you are the Shah, Shah Abbas, my lord, my ruler." And then Shah Abbas said, "Is a stranger welcome here?" And the little cobbler looked up into the eyes of his guest, and he said, "A stranger is a gift from God." And the Shah brought him back to the palace and made him his chief vizier. Whenever there was a hard problem to decide, the little cobbler would listen and say, "Well, may God be blessed day by day." And sometimes at night, if you were to walk past that palace, it is said that you would hear two voices singing together.
Like good hippies, we do not own a television set, so as we eat our soy milk and granola, we are listening to the best radio show ever produced. It's produced just down the street in this tiny town, and it sounds like this. Hi there. You are listening to Trading Post, where you can buy, sell, trade, or give away. What can I help you with today?
Hi there. My name is Deborah. I got me a goat. She's a real good milker, and I want to trade her for a 12-gauge shotgun or a food dehydrator.
I'm real sorry, Deborah. I'm going to have to cut you off. We have some breaking news. And I look at Todd, and Todd looks at me. I mean, we're pretty sure the rapture has just happened. They have never interrupted this show before. We're getting word that a plane has flown into a building in New York City. And I look at Todd, and he looks at me, and I'm like, those poor people. And I walk down the hall to the bathroom to get a washcloth to clean up our toddler. And I come back down the hall. And by the time I get back, this is what's happening on the radio. We are at war, America. We are at war.
elderly. Hide the babies. We are at war.
So I turned right around and I gave him a lambasting. Holloway, 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 Holline. I said I'm not your son of the Wild Goose Nation. Holloway, me boys in Holloway. So now I'm a rambling a man of the Wild Goose Nation. Holloway, 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 Holline. And I'm off to America to get an education. Holloway, me boys in Holloway.
And then at that moment, the lamp shook and shook and shook and shook until it burst open. And from the lamp there fell countless gold coins. Before he knew it, every corner of the mosque floor were filled with countless gold dinar. And in his amazement, he stood there. Now the next morning, the townspeople came into their mosque with dread, for they were expecting to see the remains of that poor, foolish, unfortunate stranger who visited their town the night before. And how amazed were they when they saw he was there, alive, smiling at them. Now the vakil had collected some of those gold coins and put them in a jute bag. And that jute bag had all the coins equal to the ransom that the prince had placed on his head. But he left all the other gold coins on the floor around him. And he smiled to the townspeople as they came in, smiling at their amazement. And he said to them, "My dear people, all these riches you see here are for you."
قلت حسبي مدمعي قال سفوك يا غزالي كيف عني أبعدوك شتتوا شملي وهجري عودوك يا غزالا بالبهامة أجملك يا ترى في قتلتي من حللك قلت لا أعشق إلا مبسمك علموك الهجر حتى أبعدوك يا غزالي كيف عني يبعدوك شتتوا شملي وهجري عودوك يا